It's the leg week. The muscles in the legs are among the biggest in your entire body. So anytime we're working the legs, we're burning many calories as well as toning and defining the lower part of the body. So this week we're going to start with your very basic movement as a squat. So what I want you to think about is putting your feet about shoulder width apart and then rotating those toes out so they point at about 11 and 1. And I want you to move your hips first. So you'll notice when I do a squat, my hips start to move back before my knees ever bend. So once the hips get so far back, the knees have to bend too, and that's what makes your knees stay behind your toes. Now here's what happens if you move your knees first. Anytime you put your knees in front of your toes in a squat, you put the patellar tendon and the Achilles tendon at risk, not to mention you're not getting the maximum impact on your thighs, your quads, your hamstrings. So those toes are slightly out. If you want to do this over a chair or something and just get your booty about that far from the chair and stand back up so you've got your security, that's okay by me. So the deeper you go, obviously, the harder the squat is going to be. Just remember not to let the booty drop below the knees. Okay, inhale down, exhale up. That's your squat. If you feel a little pressure in your lower back, I want you to make your feet wider, but follow the same rules. Hips move first, knees behind toes, knees stacked over ankle, and then come back up. That'll just relieve a little pressure off the lower back. Day number 2 is a calf raise. A calf raise, most people execute a calf raise a little bit ineffectively because they tend to roll to the outside to your little toe. What I want you to think about is rolling straight forward to the big toe, coming up as far as you can, and then back down. Now, if these are too easy, you're welcome to do one-leg calf raises, or to put your feet on something from the ball of the foot up, so that you get a little bit of drop. Just don't let your heel dig into the ground. If you need an option beyond that, you can always hold something with you in your hand or your chest, so you've got a little bit of weight. Day number 3 is a lying side plank. That's why I have my mat here. So we've worked the thighs and the calves. Now we're going to work the outer thigh. Here's what I want you to do. Everything is in line, knee, hip, elbow. So I don't want this. It's right here. This hand slants, and here's why. Because I'm going to pull my knee in, touch my elbow, and then kick out just in front of my body. So I'm going to show you a less than flattering view, but I want you to see that everything here is in line, and then I'm going to pull in and kick just in front of the body. Notice that my ankle is cocked down a little bit. That helps to activate the muscles up the leg a little bit, not here, but here. Okay, so you're actually kicking with the outside. Those are too easy. You want to know how to do them standing? I've got a video on YouTube called Legs 2 that can help you with that. That would be that day. The next day, we're going to look at a heel walk. Now, training the calf and then training this muscle right here is how you keep from shuffling your feet when you get older. So, pretty simple exercise. I want you to stopwatch out, come up on your heels, take very small steps. Now, it's not big steps. I want very small steps. You'll notice that one foot is never in front of the other. I just about cut it in half. So that heel walk is going to train this muscle so that you're not shuffling around as you age. I'm going to move my bench here. Now at home, you're welcome to use a chair, a couch, whatever you have. But here I just pulled the bench because that's what I have that's easily accessible down here. Now I'm using a child's ball, but you're welcome to use a towel for the next 2 exercises, whatever you have that works for you. A hamstring curl takes place here. Trap the ball between your calf and your thigh. Pull it in as far as you can, and then release. Pull, release, pull, release. So you're going to do those on each side 3 times, training the muscle in the back of the thigh. Now, what I want you to make sure of is that when you're doing these, you're not rounding out here, but you're being very proud. Pull, release, pull, release. If it's not intense enough for you, use something smaller or harder so that you have to squeeze further and harder, okay? So the last exercise this week for your legs is going to be the inner thigh. We trained them all. This is it. So to train the inner thigh, if you can remember, any of you are ever in that thigh master phase, this is kind of what it mocks. Same thing. Child's ball or towel, put it right between your knees. Ankles and knees are in line. I don't want you here or here. Everything stacked up, straight and proud. Squeeze as far hard as you can and release. It's not about speed, it's about the amount of squeeze and control. So if you need options for anything, you're always welcome to do additional reps if something isn't hard enough for you, or to contact me and I will hook you up with some options for good looking legs.